if that is the case,
they were paid 2 weeks.
Then you want to ask yourself, Mr. Man, please, why are you traveling from one country to another? For God's sake, do you know the cost of maintenance of private jet? You may think this money is nothing. You may think it is immaterial. But if you look at the salary of those civil servants, and you look at what it costs for a government to go on an international trip to another country, and you look at the cost of maintenance of a private jet, the extra costs and all that, you would see that this money we pay thousands of Nigerians. We pay those countries that are borrowing. If they are ruling themselves, the way you people are ruling us, will they have anything to borrow you? If they are not putting the best of their arsenals in power, will they have money to borrow you?
Welcome to Precious NUTV. So very quickly, the President Bola Tinubu has written to the Senate, of course, through Godswill Akpabio, the leader of the Senate and the President of the Senate, for the borrowing, external borrowing of the sum of 1.767 trillion naira. That's about $2.2 to $2.5 billion. Again, I guess what they want to use this money for, to substitute the 2024 budget, because they say a deficit today for the 2024 budget, meaning say what's in the budget to do, they don't get enough money to use complete to do the things that they won't do. This 2024 we don't end like this, so they need the money to use complete it, and they say they won't use them too. And of course, it's going to be giving speedy approval, because the Senate President had asked or has asked the House committee in charge to ensure that they look at it within 24 hours and get back to the House. When Dr. Digi is here with me, by the way, Dr. Digi, thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Digi, we're spending a humongous amount of money. I think over 3 billion naira, be 30 billion naira in servicing our debts. And then we're still borrowing more. And then this administration claims that it has outperformed Obasanjo, who helped us clear all our debts.
Well,
please, Dr. Digi.
Well, for me, if you are watching me right now and you are the type that support any politician at that fanatically, what I can say is I'm sorry for you. I pity you, because it's like because I'm also included. I'm a citizen of Nigeria. It's like all of us, our destiny have already been used by this politician. No, see,
not my portion.
No, it's the truth. You don't know that. When you have money, there's a level of independence that it brings to you. But when they have borrowed money, it's just like now, what they are doing is that, let's say God has destined that Precious we have 10 million in our lifetime.
No,
okay.
No, don't use that figure as an example.
Okay, maybe God said the Precious we have 10. Okay, 10 trillion.
$10 trillion.
$10 trillion
in my lifetime.
Only near Precious.
10 trillion.
Only near.
Well, let's put it at $100 trillion.
$100 trillion
in my lifetime.
Not even $10 trillion.
You said lifetime.
Okay,
example.
Well,
so since you want to use
God
lifetime
have said
example,
that Precious we have $10 trillion in our lifetime.
You still don't want to increase.
Okay, $100 trillion.
God bless you.
Now you will see that it's as if what government is doing is that Precious has used that money. Then the money that is meant for Precious children, Precious is now going there to pick, because what that means is that our children are going to pay this money. It's not free money. That's the thing. And see, how much do you call that money? 1.something trillion, right?
1.766
trillion. Okay, let's do a brief arithmetic quickly. The government said that 25 million Nigerians was given 25,000 naira each. That's about 650 billion. Am I correct, Precious? Now, if you have 650 billion naira and you minus it from 1.7 trillion, let's say, okay, 700 billion is out of it. Let's just do it somehow. That if you have some internally generated revenue, 700 billion is out of it, remaining 1 trillion, right? Then you want to ask yourself, why are you giving money to people that can't be verifiable? Because I specifically made a video asking for people who have been able to get part of this money, and there's no person No one single person that can say, I have gotten this money. And if you, sorry man, if you give 25 million people, that means 1 out of 8 Nigerians must have gotten it. Point 2, you would see that you remove fuel subsidy. Goodness me, instantly, you are removing the subsidy on electricity. Just immediately, you are floating the naira. And all these things means greater savings. You are fueling your car every day, and you wake up and say, oh, you no longer want to fuel this car again. You park it. That means that you are saving more. The money that you are using to fuel the car is now in your pocket. So where is the saving from fuel subsidy, whereby fuel is selling at less than 200 before, now it's over 1,000 naira. The question is, where is all this money that you are saving on each liter? To the extent that the year that is coming to an end, you still say that you need 1.7 trillion. And at the end of the day, there's a Tinubu's will apabio that is willing to approve this money almost immediately by executive fiat. So it is sad. It is sickening. It is beyond any rational reasoning or rational comprehension. Why, okay, you want to use it to service the budget, right? Then it begs the question that, is it recurrent expenditure or capital expenditure? So if whether it is recurrent or it is capital expenditure, are you telling me that next year you still borrow to fund the budget?
Are you aware that
in 2026 you will still borrow to fund? Because see,
there was no money to pay.
See, civil servants,
federal civil servants.
See, federal civil servants are being owed money for October. If that is the case,
they were paid 2 weeks.
Then you want to ask yourself, Mr. Man, please, why are you traveling from one country to another? For God's sake, do you know the cost of maintenance of private jet? You may think this money is nothing. You may think it is immaterial. But if you look at the salary of those civil servants, and you look at what it costs for a government to go on an international trip to another country, and you look at the cost of maintenance of a private jet, the extra costs and all that, you would see that this money we pay thousands of Nigerians. So you want to ask yourself that, what is going on? And when they give them solution, they don't listen. When Peter Obi said from consumption to production, they won't kill him. Where are they? No, that is the solution. Okay, you can't obey Peter Obi, right? Peter Obi doesn't have sense. Okay, it's fine. It's not everybody that will have sense. If you think Peter Obi doesn't have sense and you have the sense, it's okay. Then use your own sense. In the sense of the restructuring that you yourself propagated during the days of Buhari time, and you are taking over, and it's the same party. Okay, use your own sense.
Okay, so Dr. Digi, very quickly, the president is out on G20 summit right now. But there's something very, very fundamental. Someone from, a prominent politician from the UK did say something. That Nigeria is making dangerous economic decisions. That the kind of policies we're making in terms of our business policies and all that is very detrimental to businesses. And so now that the president has gone out, perhaps in the guise of going to market our country to the world to invest, seeing that people from Western world who are complaining about our policies, do you see them still coming to invest in our country?
You see,
I don't say they do it quick, you know if you wait to talk.
The question I can ask you is, if you are an investor, now you have said that you have looked at your destiny and you found that God has bestowed you with $100 trillion. If you have that $100 trillion now, and you are looking for a country to invest, in the true sense of it, will you bring it to a country like Nigeria? Let's be sincere with ourselves.
Well, Nigeria is a lucrative business environment because they have the market, by the way.
We have the market.
Speaking,
okay.
Business speaking. Yes.
See, it is not about the market. It is about survival in the market. Having the market is different from survival in the market. There are so many things that bring in hindrances to business, but my major concern, what beats my heart the most, is that when you are borrowing, you go as sorrowing, and the more you borrow as a country, the weaker you get, the more vulnerable you get. So if you have a country that cannot sustain itself after 60-something years, and at the end of the day, you are going every time to borrow, and you have a president that has this, this baggage on his neck, certificate baggage, background baggage, name baggage and everything, you know that you are in a serious problem as a country. You are in a fundamental, and that's why I started with, I am afraid for the unborn children and the young ones. Thank God for your life, precious. You know, you are a graduate. You are doing well in your career profession. You've been doing this for many years. You've been doing brilliantly. At least anyhow, hunger no fit kill you. You understand? If you don't afford to buy one big house, you understand? But I don't say money dey your account. But make I no cast you. I know.
Dr. Deji,
I know money dey your
Dr.
account.
Deji, this way they do.
No, I know money dey your account.
Dr. Deji,
Don't worry. Don't worry. Our viewers are good people. They ain't gonna kidnap you. You understand? You know. I know. You yourself told them that. You yourself told them that. So the thing is, it is
iPhone 0. So go ahead.
So the thing is, it is sad because at another time we look at the implication of borrowing. It is sad. So what I can say is our leaders should just have the fear of God, and those countries that are borrowing, if they are ruling themselves the way you people are ruling us, will they have anything to borrow you? If they have still their country dry, will they have anything to borrow you? If they have perpetrated injustice, they have import militias, if they have Boko Haram, you know, Lakurawa, different kind of set, will they have money to borrow you? If they have not explored their human and natural resources, if they are not putting the best of their arsenals in power, will they have money to borrow you? So the question is, I just pity Nigerians. It's so sad. And when you tell some people, or when you speak, some people are still in that realm of, you know, ethnicity. Some people are still in that realm of, party affiliation and all that. This is beyond party. This is your future. If you don't care about yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you see yourself as a waste product, don't you like your children?
So that means
the children are already in trouble.
So Dr. Deji, in a nutshell, this borrowing, extra borrowing with the borrowing, what does it mean? That suffering is still doing press.
What it means is, on a final note, to end it, what it means is NYC. Now your suffering continues.
Wait.
Straight up.
All right, you heard it. Kindly subscribe. Click on that subscription button and the notification button, and of course drop a comment, and I would love to share your thoughts.
You are watching the YouTube of a pretty lady. You don't want to subscribe, my friends. Click that subscribe button.
There's nothing pretty inside here.
T-Pain, right?
Pretty woman.
Your guy T-Pain.
Don't make cannot buy makeup. I know the people wear makeup for face again. You know, see her. Now oil face, Ororo face. Now they use waka. Now my true Niger Delta oil producing face. That's how you know that I'm a Niger Delta babe. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Deji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.